No yak could just come to my yard, lips me, tug me off and leave.
Nah. Get on your knees or get on your back. Get on your knees or get on your back. All right, ladies and gents. Here we are again. Welcome.
Oh,
yeah. So, I can't open this monster. My wrist was about to snap.
That's jokes.
So, guys, you know the drill. If you want that raw, uncut, effing and blinding, head on over to Patreon, where we've got the juicy juice, lots of squeeze. Link in the description. If you like us on YouTube, like us on YouTube.
Yeah, man.
Press the ting, fam. These likes
Press
don't...
like, man.
Yeah,
Press
these
the
things
like
don't
button.
happen themselves. Help a man out with the algorithm and that.
Press the like button, bro.
If you'd like to listen auditory, then leave a nice review for us, please. That would be lovely. A nice little... If you listen to Apple Podcasts especially, leave a nice review. Helps us in the charts. Ratings at 5 stars. Ovs.
Nothing less. Ovs.
So, yeah. Thank you. And... yeah, G, you got a fun fact for us today?
Always, broski. So, it's kind of like a question as well as a fact.
Yeah.
Could you possibly guess what you think the most viewed YouTube video is?
Ever. The most viewed YouTube video ever.
Or played. Most played or whatever.
Chocolate Rain. You don't know about Chocolate Rain?
Fuck's Chocolate Rain.
You don't know about Chocolate Rain?
I might know it if you give me context.
There's a little geeky guy
Yeah.
who made a song years ago.
Yeah.
This is when YouTube was new, and he called it Chocolate Rain, and it's just him singing in a real deep voice. He's the like skinniest geeky kind of guy. Let me try and find it real quick. Chocolate Rain, bro. Chocolate Rain. You know, someone comment if you know about Chocolate Rain.
I might have heard of it, but
So this geezer, yeah, he looks about 7 years old, but he's actually like 46.
Chocolate rain. Some stay dry and others feel the pain. Chocolate rain.
Hey, come
he
on.
actually does look 7 years old.
Born will die before this in chocolate rain.
Hey, come on.
The school books say it can't be here again. Chocolate rain.
And again.
The prisons make you wonder where it went. Chocolate rain.
My guy. That's got 128 million views.
Okay.
I've seen it about 127 million times. Mate, Chocolate Rain was the shit when I was like 11 years old.
That is hilarious. But no, it's not that, unfortunately. Could you waver another guess?
Most viewed YouTube video of all time. I'm trying to think of like a viral... It's not Ouch Charlie, is it?
No, it's not actually.
What is it?
It's Baby Shark.
That does not surprise me, bro. That does not surprise me.
It was annoying.
I hate Baby Shark.
It was annoying.
Fair play, though.
Annoying. Guess how many views you think it's got? Or how many views you think it's got?
500 million.
No?
More. A billion. 5 billion.
Shall I just tell you?
9.64 billion.
No, too much.
7 billion.
It's got 7.04 billion views on YouTube.
So that basically means every single person on planet Earth has seen it.
I've seen it. Every single
That
person.
literally means every single person on planet Earth
Have seen
has
it.
seen Baby Shark. That's ridiculous.
That is ridiculous.
They must have bought in cake on that. Cake.
Adverts alone? Stupid cake.
Even if
Stupid
they're
cake.
working at the worst CPM of all time, they're probably, let's just say they're bringing in $1 per 1,000 views. Let's just say, worst case scenario, they're bringing in $1 per 1,000. 7 billion. What even is that
I don't know.
from one video?
I don't know. It's like 700 million. I don't know. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. It's too much money.
That's ridiculous.
It
From
probably
one
is
thing.
700 I think it is 700 million.
Jesus.
I think it is.
Well, it would just be 7 billion divided by 1,000, right?
Yeah,
Which would be 700 million.
I think. I don't know. Oh no. No, it would be like 7 million.
You'd be 7 million.
7 million.
It'd be like 7 million, yeah.
Not 700 million, yeah.
Yeah, 7 million times 1,000 would be 7 billion.
Anyway,
7 mils is a lot of money for one video.
Yeah, it's a lot of fucking money. It's a lot of fucking money.
7 mil for one vid.
Or that's if they're making $1 per 10,000 views.
They're making more than that. So
Of
it's
course
probably
they are.
about, yeah.
It's probably about 700 million.
No. But yeah, that's
the,
wild.
But do you know the first video that reached a 1 billion views? Can you have a guess? The first ever video that reached 1 billion
A
views.
billion.
And we know this song. It's not.
Oh, it's a song?
Yeah. It's a song. This one's the actual song.
Is it by Drake?
No.
That surprises me also. First
Ever video that reached 1 billion views.
first ever video to reach 1 billion views was a viral song.
Yeah. Very fucking viral. My fucking throat.
Cool. Swear more though, right?
Sorry. Sorry, guys.
Demonetize us quick. Oh, what? We know this song.
I think everyone knows this song. I think everyone that listens or watches this
What genre is it?
knows this song. I don't even know. I actually don't know what the genre is.
Cool, man.
I would say it's like a dance techno-y,
How many years ago are we talking?
probably 8,
8 years ago.
8, 9.
Is it Gangnam Style?
Yes, it is. Yes.
Gang!
Yeah. Whoop by Gangnam Style.
Open Gangnam Style. Oi, first time I heard that, yeah? Gas. First time I heard that, it was a moment we were in uni.
Yeah.
It came out a long time ago. We were in uni, third year.
Yeah.
And I was at a girl's house. And she said to me that, let me play you this song. This Korean like K-pop song. And I remember thinking, shut up. And I insisted in my head at the time that I was like, I refuse to
entertaining
like
this.
this.
Yeah,
I don't care what you play me. I'm not going to like it. And bro, like 35 seconds in, I was just like, I can't help but like it. I hate the fact that I like it, but I can't help myself.
It was just a great era for him.
It
It
was.
was a great era for him. And do you remember his other song, Gentleman? I'm a motherfucking gentleman. That came out straight after. Not straight after, but it was his second song.
He made cake off that first song.
Cake off Gangnam
Speaking
Style.
of Koreans, did you know the band BTS?
Yes.
Biggest band on planet Earth.
Yes.
They're, did you know like in Korea for like K-pop and stuff, they take it serious, cuz.
Serious in what sense?
In the fact that they orchestrate this thing. So they just take a group of people. So say BTS, the way BTS were orchestrated.
Yeah.
They're just a group of singer stroke dancers that some manager, kind of like One Direction, put them all together, said, right, here's the thing. All you man are cool singers. You're going to make a group called BTS. You're all going to get plastic surgery on your faces to make you look hella female. These are the songs you're going to write or sing. Now, none of you men are writing your own songs. They're basically just there to sing and dance.
Who's orchestrating this?
Their manager.
Oh, shit.
So they have deals where they like sign over because they're no one at this point. So it's basically like, give me your soul forever and I'll make you the biggest thing on planet Earth.
Yeah.
And you'll be rich, but I'll be richer kind of thing. So apparently their contract, I don't know how long it's for, probably like 100 years. And their manager's a billionaire and they make 7 mil each a year. That's their contract, 7 mil each a year. And he takes everything else. And they're the biggest band on planet Earth. But when you're nothing, if man says, I'll give you 7 mil a year, fam.
I'm taking it.
Of course. But don't you think that's weird how things change though?
Yeah.
In that right now, if someone offered me 7 mil a year, there shouldn't ever be a point in my life where I'm like, I deserve more than 7 mil.
Yeah. That's a lot.
No one on planet Earth deserves more than 7 mil a year, unless you're Jeff Bezos, unless you've started something that's grown so exponentially that it's bigger than any one person.
Yeah.
If you're getting paid for services done by you, no one on planet Earth ever deserves more than 7 mil.
That's too much money.
It is
That's too much
until
money.
you know how much you could be making.
Yeah, that's the annoying part.
And then you're like, wow.
I'm vexed now.
Yeah, wow. Off the stuff I'm doing, you're making this much? Mad. Run me
my
all the
piece.
P. Run me all the P.
Run me my P.
Cancel the contract. Run me everything. That's when you're vexed.
Run me
I'd
all
rather
the
not find out how much he's making.
Yeah, 100%.
Same with like taxes. When people get vexed about taxes, I can't tell you the last time I checked my paycheck. I don't
Really?
look at my paycheck
Really?
because I don't want that. I don't want to know what I could have made. Before Elizabeth took it,
I thought you meant on like when you get the yearly tax thing. I didn't think you meant month by month.
oh, month by month, I haven't looked. It's been 2 years plus. I've never checked it.
I check it every month.
I don't want to do it to myself. I know how much I come out with every month.
Yeah.
So if there was a big like discrepancy, I'd have to query it.
Yeah.
But like, and as long as it's around about the figure,
Yeah.
I don't want to know how much student finance takes off me. I don't want to know how much the government takes off me. National insurance, I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what that is. And they take loads. So,
Couple bags.
fam, I don't
couple
want to
bags.
know. I don't want to know.
That's crazy.
I haven't checked in years.
That's
'Cause
crazy.
I'm livid about it. And that's why, like, I don't know how man that, well, when we quit and we have to do the self-employed thing,
Yeah.
I'm going to be livid. I'm going to be livid because then I'm going to have to do the tax returns every year.
yeah.
I say me, someone's going to do it. And whoever does it, I'm going to end up knowing how much we could have made if we weren't paying X amount percentage in tax.
To Lizzie.
And they would have to have that money to literally pay on the day. Because when you do a yearly tax thing, it's not going to come out of nowhere. No one's going to take it from
I
you.
know,
You
I
have
know.
to physically give it to them. That's why Wesley Snipes is in pen. Was in pen. That's because these men in America, everyone in America does that as well.
I know. I couldn't live like that. I'd be in jail right now if I lived in
100%.
America.
Fam, if I'm a dustbin man or a lorry driver
Yeah.
and I'm giving you grands at the end of the year, when I've got money for milk and I'm giving you cake out of my account, how have any of them got the willpower
To keep the money
to keep the money and save it? There must be a system that I'm not aware of when it comes to tax returns in America.
There has to be. There has to be because I'm going to jail. I know that if I'm not paying because I'm not paying tax. I couldn't fathom it for a whole year. If I can go a month without it, I'll be happy.
Bro,
If I can go a month without paying tax, I'll be happy.
same here, bro. That's why, and I think this is what I don't think I've ever had. I think I've had one £20 tax rebate. Sorry,
Tax rebate, £20.
£20 in my whole life. One £20 tax rebate. Everyone who's ever been close to me has had over £1,000 at some point.
When someone I know had $1,500 in the last one, I think in April or May or something, $1,500, I was livid. I checked my post box every day for a week.
Because you're certain you should be making more than this.
Nothing.
Something's fishy. I have to be making more than this.
Nothing.
Bro, there was one guy I was working with when I was working as a PT. Tyron, his name was. He came out one time with like 3-4 grand.
Is it hourly pay?
No.
Was he hourly paid? No.
No, we were on salary.
Oh, wow.
So he was getting hourly pay PT money, but that was cash in hand. His actual, so we had to do 24 hours a week working for the company, just doing either free sessions for people or group
like the
classes
renting
and all
kind
that
of
shit.
thing.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
what you mean, yeah.
So they would pay us for that, 24 hours a week. So from making 24 hours a week, he was coming out with what, 800 a month? And from that, 800 a month, still got owed back 3-4 grand at the end of the year. He must have been living on scraps. He must have not needed the job
Jesus.
because he didn't even notice.
Jesus.
And then it came back, and I was like, at the time, I'd never seen that amount of money. I'd never had that amount of money in my account.
I know what you mean.
I was livid, fam. It's tax is the best savings tool ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
You just give it back and be like, cool, this is what you actually save. This is your money, you know? This is your money. We just took it without your choice. And now
Consent.
you're gassed that you get it back. Bro, it's a fickle world. I've never had one.
They've sussed the system, man.
£20. But I've had twice. I get the HMRC letter through the post. I've had this twice to me now, where I look at it and I'm thinking, gang, tax rebate, run me my money. I open it. They say I owe them money. They said they calculated the thing wrong. I owe them money. So now they're going to take more. That's happened to me twice.
How is that? How is that possible? How have you calculated wrong when you work for a company that calculated for you?
Surely it's automated, no? Calculate your things, fam. Why am I now being scrutinized for your mishap?
It's been a year.
Fam, leave me alone.
Someone should have figured this out.
Leave me alone. What do you mean you're taking an extra bill a month
Oh God, no.
for the next 12?
God, no.
And you're chatting like you're doing me a favor. Angry, fam. That's happened to me twice.
Nah, that's never happened to me.
Vex.
I think it's only happened to me when I've changed jobs and like the first couple months. This is back when I was on hourly, not salary. First couple months, because I think you have to put you on like emergency code if you get your wrong tax code.
Yeah, yeah.
Like a B, I think it's called like BR. This is in the UK anyway. I don't know about anywhere else. You give you like BR something. That's like the emergency code, and you get overly taxed, so you get that back after.
That's when you get the rebate. Yeah.
Yeah, but apart from that, that's what you just said.
Yeah, if I'm like, people love to screw me when it comes to P. Like, if I get a big injection of money at any one point, I know something bad is about to happen in my life. Because every time I've ever been comfortable with money in my life, something bad has happened. That's going to take the money from me. Every single time in my life. And we already know I have the worst luck in life, but this is true.
Oh my
I remember
God.
one time I had an extra, it was after like a few months of saving, I was doing well with savings, I had an extra grand in my account.
Nice. I remember those days.
And I was like, I'm set now.
Yeah.
Because I don't need to touch it. I'll maybe dip in £50 here, £50 there.
Yeah.
It's not like I was ever saving for anything. So it's just a healthy grant. It's just like my account is in good stead right now.
Yeah.
And there's no reason on planet Earth why I would ever need to spend it. I'm just set now.
Yeah.
Fam, next week, I took my car into the garage for MOT. It was like 7, 8
I think I
bills.
remember you telling me.
Fam,
I think I remember you telling me.
I've never been so upset. The whole thing just gone. Take it. Have it. I spent it the next. I didn't even think about it because I was like, let me just get rid of this money now before it actually gets into my chest and I start getting angry about it. Another time was when I was getting paid weekly as a PT, and I had about 5 bills. I think I had like 5, 6 bills. And when you're getting paid weekly, you just got money. You got money coming out your ass.
I remember when I used to fucking get paid weekly.
Bro.
It was the best thing ever.
Bro.
Like when I was a bartender, I was throwing money away.
Bro.
I was throwing money away.
Sick. It's sick.
It is sick.
And then my dad took us on a trip to Grenada. And I was like, you know what, yeah. I'm just going to spunk the whole 500 in Grenada because I just don't need it. It's just sitting there. I'm getting paid weekly. I'm saving so much money.
Yeah.
It's just easy, fam.
I just don't need it.
Let me go on holiday and live.
Live.
So I spunked the whole 5 bills in Grenada, mostly on souvenirs because it was all-inclusive. So I had nothing to spend it on. I made excuses to spend P.
Fuck.
Spunked it.
Yeah.
It. Came back with a smile on my face. Came back to work the day after. Had an email from my boss like, cool, just so you know. And this was a shady company. Shady company. We didn't even have a pension scheme. That's illegal, by the way. I remember I told my brother he loves pensions. I told my brother he loves pensions. And he was like, oh, when I got that job, he was like, oh, cool. Like, what's the pension scheme like? And I was
Who
like,
asked that?
Fam, who asked that? He's younger than me. He's 2 years younger than me. Man said, what pension scheme are you on? And I was like, I don't think we have a pension. He was like, bro, that's illegal. Don't work there. And I was like, it's too late, Phil.
I'm there.
I'm there. They pay me weekly. It's fine. Who needs a pension? And the thing is as well, I better be rich in my life.
Yeah.
Because I don't care about pensions at all.
Yeah.
And it needs to, I can't be the guy that's like, I wish I cared about pensions when I was younger. Because I just don't.
Yeah.
Because I've always been that cocky dude that, because my brother loves pensions so much, every time he brings pensions up to me, I'm like, yo, my bank account will be my pension, big man. I'm going to be caked. And I say it to annoy him.
Yeah.
But deep down, I'm like, please let that be the case. Please let it be. Because if I'm a 65-year-old man, by that time, it's probably going to be 75.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be like, I'm broke. I'm broke. The podcast didn't work out. I made some bad investment choices. And now I'm stuck. And he's going to be living lavish. He's already calculated, if I see, with every time he gets a pay rise or something like that, he's already calculated because he wants to have £1 million in the bank, pension-wise.
Oh, wow.
When he retires. I think he's sussed it that if he keeps going where he's at, he's going to be like 45, 50 and he'll have £1 million and he's just going to quit.
Oh, wow.
That's what he said. 45, 50, he's quitting because he's going to have £1 million and he's got a spreadsheet for the whole thing. My brother stays busy.
That's great.
But anyway, back to the point.
Yeah.
Spunked the 5 bills, came back, got a new email from my boss, just read it, just tanned, living lavish.
Just tan.
Just gas.
Glistening.
Teeth looking white. And then it's a cool, just to let you know, we've switched it from weekly to monthly. The weekly thing was never supposed to be like a long-term situation, but it was like that the whole time I'd worked there. But apparently, unbeknownst to me, before I started working there was a situation where they were getting paid monthly. A couple of the trainers, because it's a PT company, a couple of the trainers made some bad decisions with their P and they just weren't doing well monthly wise. And I think it's because it was something to do with they were self-employed and they had to go through an accountant and they weren't sure of this and that, and there was like a big upfront payment, and then they had to pay taxes in lieu. Like a couple of them started in like April time, but then they had to pay taxes in lieu and all this. Like it was a whole financial mess, and it just ended up some month, like their first couple of months, they were coming out with like £400 or £500 and then like other months they're coming out with loads, and it was just a whole mess. So they said basically, let's just change it.
Yeah.
We're going to change it to weekly for the foreseeable future, and once everyone's set, we're going to change it back to monthly.
Yeah.
I didn't know any of this. I'd been there for like a year at this point. Happy galore. Fam, Tuesday comes, my money ain't run. Check my email. I said we switched it to monthly. And by the monthly, say we get paid on the 17th. Mm-hmm. This was like the 19th at this point. So I'm going to have to wait. No, it was... No. What was it? It was... Because I knew it was over a month. So let's say... No, it must have been a case of we get paid on like the 30th. It was like the 17th at this point. But they're not paying me this 30th. Because they just paid me a week last week. I've spunked the whole 5 bills. So I've got my... I think I used to come out with like $370 a week at the time. So I've got my £370 on the like 18th now to last me until the 30th of next month. Let me sink that in again. I've got £370 to last me from the 18th to the 30th of next month. And I've just spunked my life savings in Grenada.
My life savings!
Bro.
Do you know the funny thing about that story? I think you told me this. You definitely did.
I definitely have.
Because
I probably asked you for money 3 times.
Yeah, you probably did. But because I remember it happened after I switched from hourly to salary. And I remember it was because obviously I was a bartender before I was a manager in hospitality. And I remember the week I did the switch. I think I had gotten paid I got paid in week 1, and obviously I had to wait till week 4 to get paid again. Fam, I didn't cut my hair. I didn't cut my hair for 3 weeks.
Fam, speaking of haircuts, I need a haircut. This lockdown needs to end. I need a haircut ASAP. It's getting desperate.
Guys, I need a trim. I do Rex on. I need a trim.
But yeah, I spunked everything, fam. And then I'm sure, probably, fam, I would have reached out to you and said, help. I would have reached out to you and said, help. Please. I'm not going to make it. My overdraft got murked.
Oh, I bet.
Murked.
I bet. I fucking
Murked,
bet.
bro.
Jesus.
I think that was the beginning of the end of like my credit situation. Like it just got murked from then, and it just never recovered.
You couldn't climb back up,
fam.
You couldn't climb back up.
It was long.
Every time you had a good month, the next month was sinking back in again.
Bro, it was long, man.
Monthly pay is long.
Monthly pay is long. I remember, this is Lewis's fault. He's a waste. When I said ages ago that I wanted to be a YouTuber, years ago now, 3 years ago now, he said to me one time, we were just discussing it. He loves YouTube so much. And we were just discussing it. And he says to me, and I think he just said it. I think YouTube pay weekly as well. God knows where he got this information from. But he just said it. And I was like, you've just certified it for me. Now I know I'm going to be a YouTuber because I need weekly pay. I need weekly pay, and it's never going to happen anymore. I'm never going to find a job that's going to pay me weekly anymore. So YouTube has to pay me weekly. I have to be a YouTuber because I need weekly pay. I have to have it. Fam, he was lying. Now I'm here.
Obviously.
I'm on YouTube. YouTuber pay me. It don't come weekly. That was all gas.
Weekly pay. Like I said, they've got your bank details. Weekly pay.
Bro.
I think YouTube paid weekly. That's
Fam,
jokes.
I was livid.
That's fucking jokes. I remember that one time, I think it was my birthday. I think it might have been my birthday. I can't remember what city we were in. But I know you were there. It was me, you, maybe Rem, and maybe Jay.
Oh, I know what you're going to say, yeah.
Maybe Tobes was there. Maybe all 5 of us
I think
were there.
it was a big deal. It was someone's birthday and it was a big deal because everyone was there.
It might have been like my 20th.
I don't think Jay was there.
No?
I don't think he was there.
I can't remember what city it was anyway. But yeah, just for the fans, we went somewhere. I can't remember what city. Probably Liverpool. And I remember, this was back when I was on weekly pay. And I remember going to the cash machine, saying, "Oh, I'm rich, I got money. What do you want tonight, guys? Bottles. What is it?
You're talking the most.
I was talking as if I had table money. I had table money, basically. Do you know what I mean? I wanted to be that guy. Got to the cash machine. I just draws out 2 bills, calm, didn't break a sweat. I was like, cool, let's have fun tonight, guys. Everything's on me, let's have fun tonight. Went to the Shubs. Shubs is a club, by the way. Went in and bought a bottle. It was Liverpool because Sherlock was working.
I swear.
It was Liverpool. It must have been Liverpool because Sherlock was working. Oh, that I remember the Liverpool night now. Terrible night for me.
Terrible night. Was it that night?
I think so.
The same night?
I think so.
You got chucked out?
I think so.
Same night. That makes sense.
I think so.
Because it was definitely your birthday. It makes sense because, you were flossing because you were on weekly pay and it was your birthday. You draws that all the P. And that I remember that was your birthday the time you got chucked out as well. So the nights add up.
Yeah.
The nights add up.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about why I got chucked out. I got back in though.
You did get...
I got back in.
God knows how.
I'm a good talker.
God knows how, fam. I've never known a bouncer to kick someone out and let them back in as long as I've ever been alive.
Same. I don't know what I said, but I got back in.
That's a bonkers chat. When I saw you back in there, because I can't even say it's about the story, but obviously I can just leave it. I'm just going to leave it. People are going to be vexing me, but I'm just going to have to leave it because there's nothing I can say without exposing the thing.
reason I got chucked out.
But yeah, obviously I'd heard someone had been chucked out for something, and the person who told me that someone had been chucked out, I remember being like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, are you crazy?
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
And I had no idea it was you.
Yeah.
And then I remember like 10 minutes later, you just like coming up to me. I hadn't seen you in half an hour and you come and was like, oh, they chucked me out. And I was like, it was you. So funny.
That's jokes.
So funny.
That's fucking jokes.
Anyway, man, let's get to a fan request.
All right.
You got one today, right?
Yeah, I've got a few, I believe. Hi guys. I really hope you all see this. So this year I started talking to this guy and people knew we were speaking, but I wasn't really close with his friends. Corona hit and we weren't in school anymore and we stopped speaking, but out of nowhere his friends started hitting me up daily for chats and stuff. For 3 months we vibed and I thought something was going to happen. We went back to school, your man completely ignored me, and the first guy I was speaking to came back to speak with me, and now we speak at school and on the phone. But as months passed, I started noticing that his friends would now try to include me in their conversations, and the second guy seemed to want to start speaking to me again. When I asked the second guy why he ignored me, he said that it was because he isn't social, and I don't know whether to believe him because I see him always around different people and stuff. I came to you guys for help because I started noticing that whenever I spoke to one guy, the other guy would try and speak to me also. And when I wasn't speaking to the other one, there's so many others and ones and blah.
I'm going to let you finish, but I haven't the foggiest idea what's going on. But
Okay.
please finish. I'm going to let you finish, man, but what is going on?
Okay.
Jeez, man.
It's confusing me as well. She just named them. I came to you guys for help because I started noticing that whenever I spoke to one guy, the other would try and speak to me also. And when I wasn't speaking to one, the other also left. I don't know if they're having secret conversations behind my back, and if it's a game, what should I do? Leave it or confront it? With love from South Africa. Okay, so basically context. She was in school, Corona hit. She was talking to one guy in school before, and then Corona hit. She stopped talking to that guy during the 3-month Corona period, but she was talking to another guy throughout that 3 months period. When they got back to school, original guy A, was speaking to her again, but guy B, the second guy during Corona, wasn't speaking to her. So when she confronted guy B about why aren't you speaking to me, blah, 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 he said, oh, I'm just not a sociable person. But she said when she would notice if guy A wasn't speaking to her, guy B wasn't speaking to her as well. But
Guy A was speaking to her, guy B would speak to her too.
To her as well. So
are these two boys?
That's what she's asking because she said at the end of it, she said, I don't know if they're having secret conversations behind my back. Is this a game to them? What should I do? That's what
cool.
Before we get into your answer, have you had a COVID test before?
A COVID test?
Yeah.
No.
Do you know what they do? Do you know what you have to do?
The nose thing. Yeah.
I did. Because I've gotten a test done. I got a test done probably about a few weeks ago. Probably about a month ago. But I hadn't, because I've never gotten a test where I've never asked. Cause
You had no idea what they did? Bro.
I had no idea. You have to put the thing on your tonsil as well. And the same thing up your nose.
Yeah.
No idea. I gagged.
I bet you did.
I fucking gagged. And obviously I've never, because they can't do it for you. So I was reading the instructions. It's just long. It's long. Anyway.
Rah, yeah, COVID test looks long. I'm not doing it. Well, I will do it. I'm happy to do it, but hopefully I don't have to do it.
But yeah.
Cool. So she's talking to two guys.
Yeah.
Guy A stopped talking to her.
Let's call guy A Jerome.
Yeah, so Jerome stopped talking to her.
Yeah.
And Billy started talking to her.
Billy?
Or she started talking to Billy.
Yeah.
Then school's hit again.
Yeah.
Billy's all of a sudden stopped talking to her.
Yeah.
But Jerome's talking to her again.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So she's now clearly doesn't give a damn about Jerome and has gone back up to Billy and said, well, go on, why aren't you talking to me? And he's like, I'm just not sociable. But then Jerome carries on speaking to her, and now Billy's speaking to her again. And then Jerome stops speaking to her, so Billy stops speaking to her.
Yeah.
And she's thinking, rah. Okay, cool, yeah. So it's either it's a two-man thing or it's a no-man thing.
Yeah.
Clearly these guys are boys and I'm not aware of it. Cool. All right, so for me, and she's like, is this some kind of game? Big man, you're talking to two guys. And you're asking, is it some kind of game? You're chatting to two prayers. And you're like, is this some kind... Are you man playing me?
You flipped it. She's going to have listened to this like...
Fam, she's going to gasp.
She's going to realise herself.
That's hilarious. Yeah, is a short answer. It is a game. And you're not playing it right.
No, it's not going to play right from both sides.
I'm assuming, or maybe they're in different years and stuff like that, but like, if you're talking to two guys from the same school, it's, I don't know. It does seem a bit fishy if you're unaware that they're brothers. I think, to be fair, I think it's a bit of a coincidence. I don't see it being a case of, guys aren't yatty like that, as far as I know. Guys aren't yatty like that. Like, if me and you coincidentally are talking to the same girl, I don't care if we're 30 or 13. Like, if coincidentally me and you were talking to the same girl, like, we're not going to stop talking to her. And we're not going to be like, let's stop talking to her and let's start talking to her. Like, what is that?
Yeah, that's not...
And especially if I'm a teenager, I'm trying to smash.
That's all I'm trying to do.
So I'm either interested or I'm not. I don't care what my boy is doing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to smash. And if he stops talking to you, I'm gonna start. 'Cause now I need to smash. Now
He's
the
giving
lane's
me the
open.
green light.
Bro, so yeah, like, I don't know. I think she's looking into that way too far. But at the end of the day, yeah, if you don't want to feel self-conscious about a situation, don't talk to two guys at the same time from the same school. Like, what game are you playing? That's what I want to know.
She's playing any game.
You're playing whatever
She's
game.
just trying to be part of any sport. Clearly.
This is it.
But no, there's your answer, love.
That was a really confusing but yet easy result.
Yeah, open a shop case.
I don't really know what potential answer she could have expected.
Maybe she really thought that
I genuinely thought that these guys are playing
games. What should I do?
Is this like a guy thing? I think that's the thing as well, is like, whether they are or they aren't, for starters, like, that's not something they're ever going to come clean about if they are doing it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So it's one of those things, is like, if you're putting yourself in a position that you're feeling paranoid about this, you should just get out of the situation in general.
Oh yeah,
because whether they are or they aren't, it's all in your head anyway.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So if it's giving you mental, like, how do I say it? Stress? If it's giving you mental stress about the fact that these two guys might be fucking around with you because sometimes they're talking to you, sometimes they aren't, literally just sack them both off. Quick things. Like, what even is that? Because like, if I was ever chatting to two things that I knew had interaction, whether I thought they were friends or not, if they had interaction with each other, even if for one moment I got suspicious of the fact that they might be knowing or they might be talking about me, I promise you now I'm locking it the same day. I promise you now I ain't got
that's
time
too much
for that
anxiety.
stress.
Yeah, that's too much. I don't need that.
I always stress every time I walk down the corridor. Every time I'm in the canteen, I'm fucking sweating.
Canteen. I know what you mean, bro. Yeah, man. That's tough. So you got your answer. You need to just get out of the situation, basically. Talking to two guys from the same spot isn't ideal, especially especially when you've got no choice but to see them 5 days a week.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Like it's not.
That's just dead.
It's not.
Just
It's not
like
healthy.
that.
It's not healthy at all. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like that was easy, open and shut.
Bro.
Hit me.
Did you, this is a random one. Did you ever have to, or have you ever been in a situation when you were younger where you've had to, or if you've ever been asked by a girl if you're a virgin? So when you were a virgin, has any girl ever asked you if you were a virgin? A girl that you were actively trying to smash?
Probably yes. Yes. Because I lost my virginity in college or sixth form, whatever. And everyone knows the story, the Play-Doh Batty story, where I asked my girlfriend out at the time in year 9 and ran away. Or no, year 10, sorry, and ran away. I was obviously a virgin then, and I think I remember asking one of my boys for advice on how to pattern to smash. And
That's hilarious. That's actually hilarious.
but the thing is, I don't remember the actual context of the conversation, but I know, because I knew he wasn't a virgin, because obviously you told me and blah, 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 and I just knew. And I was like, what do I do? Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Like, what do I do? How do I maneuver to bring this girl to the yard and plan out a bang sesh?
Bro.
How do you plan that?
Bro,
At 16?
Fam, I remember.
I was 16, sorry to cut off. I would have been 15 by then.
Yeah.
So I was in year 10, I think.
Oh, year 10's 15, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when I was like 14, year 9, one guy called Tom rolled into art class one day talking the most about how he smashed his girlfriend over the weekend. And I was thinking, swear.
What a lucky guy.
Fam, I was thinking, swear.
What a lucky
And
guy.
he was trying to chuck it to me. I remember this is one of the most self-aware moments of my life in which I, for some reason, realized at that point, like, big man, you're too young to be having sex. I don't know why that came to my head because I was horny as hell. But it came to my head like, why are you doing that?
Yeah.
Because his girl was the same age, and I was just like, damn. I think it's
really that
because his
sexy.
girl was like really like, she was quite young looking.
Okay.
That might have been the thing.
She have like batty and titty and stuff.
Not really. She'd hit puberty for sure. So yeah, she did have like some titty and whatever, but like she just
I don't know
looked.
why that's so funny.
She looked
She has
young.
some titty.
I remember looking at her. She was like, I think it's because she was petite. She was petite.
Okay. Them ones are a bit.
Yeah. So like I remember thinking when he told me that they'd smashed and stuff, I remember picturing her and I was thinking,
that's not.
that seems weird, bro.
Yeah.
Like even
Seems painful.
Yeah, I it's like I put myself in the body of a 25-year-old man and thought back about 14-year-old people smashing. Do you know what I mean? How about think about now? If a 14-year-old person told me now that they'd fucked their girl, I'll be like, Jesus, bro, calm down.
Yeah, relax.
What's wrong with
You're
you?
way too young for
Yeah,
that.
what's that? That's how I felt when I was 14.
Yeah.
Even though all I wanted to do was smash.
Yeah.
But I wanted to smash girls with body.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wanted to
That's
smash women when I was 14. When I was 14, I wanted to smash women.
Yeah.
But he come into art class talking the most one time, talk about, me and my girlfriend the other day, her parents were out and we fought and all this stuff. And all I could think of was like, how did you pattern?
How did you pattern?
What situation were you in
To pattern a beat.
I don't even think I'd kiss someone at this point. At this point that he's talking, it was like late year 8 or early year 9. I don't think I'd lip someone.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, did you just talk like, shall we just bang?
Yeah.
Or like, were you getting that nitty gritty with the lipsage? It was the next
step.
It was the next step. I was thinking, bro, I was pulling my hair out thinking, how did you do it?
I can't even fathom.
How did you do it?
I can't fathom. I honestly can't fathom.
Do you remember what your boy even said to you?
No, of course I don't. Of course I don't. The funny thing is, I obviously, because I lost my virginity in college, I didn't smash her until probably, I think I'd come back from college on like a holiday or whatever, and then I think I smashed her in like year 13.
Oh, sorry.
But I dated her in year 10. Just in year 10 or till like the first like semester or whatever of year 11, something like that. But yeah, I didn't smash it for time.
Swear down.
Yeah, it was mad.
When I what was it? When I was dating a girl before I lost my virginity, I remember she texted me, this is what I asked. I remember one day I was chilling with my boys, and she asked me, "Oh, are you a virgin?" And I remember looking at my phone. I remember the whole scenario. It's so weird. I can remember exactly where I was. I was sitting on like a pole. I was at a field, like a football field, with my boys, and we were playing football after school. And I was sitting on a pole, and I must have been year 12, maybe. I looked down at my phone, saw the text. And
it wasn't face to face.
No, it wasn't face to face.
Okay.
I would have started if it was face to face. I wouldn't know what to say. But I remember when I looked down at my phone and my boy's sitting next to me, and I looked down at my phone and he said, like, "Are you a virgin?" My heart sank because I knew she wasn't.
Okay.
I knew she wasn't. This was the same yacht whose car I saw outside her man's yard, didn't it?
Yeah.
This was like way before that point. So she's like, "Oh, were you a virgin?" She's just asking me in conversation, like,
so there was no sexy chat.
There was no sexy chat, or maybe it was a little bit flirtatious chat.
Okay.
And we were kind of like talking and stuff. We wouldn't I hadn't really done anything yet. She asked me, "Are you a virgin?" Fam, the way the impasse I was at in my mind, where I was like, I need to lie, but I can't lie because at this age that I'm at, there's no way I just randomly smash someone. Do you know what I mean? And I'm like, I need to figure out how to navigate through this conversation without her thinking that I'm a pussy because I'm still a virgin. And bro, I think the text I replied was like, yeah, like, virgin, like it's such a weird word. Like it's such a labyrinth of a phrase, virgin. Like, I've done a couple stinks and like, I think my exact words were like, I've done everything but stick it in. Yeah. That's what my text back was like. Oh, I've done everything but literally stick my tool inside a vagina. Yeah. I've done everything else. Of course I hadn't. Of course I hadn't. I've done nothing. I know. I've done mouth to mouth and that's it.
I've done CPR and that's it.
Bro, so I've done everything except stick it in. And I can't, I remember her, reply back was like, oh, ... So you are a virgin then? Fam, my heart was crumbling because I was thinking, she's gonna
lock me up.
She's gonna sack me up. And I remember being like, I literally same thing. I remember going straight back to the virgin. Like, what is this? Why are we throwing around this virgin? It's such a toxic word. Like, with me, I'm more intellect. Like, I like to fuck your mind. You know what I mean? I like to fuck the mind. Like, virgin, I don't like that word. It doesn't sit well with me. I was using any excuse, fam. Any excuse. I was so embarrassed to be a virgin. I was so embarrassed to be a virgin.
I was definitely one of the last ones in my form to lose my virginity. Because when I was in year 10 in my form class, obviously the year that I asked out the Playboy by the chick and ran away, most of the boys that I hanged around with in my form class weren't virgins, and I was one of the last ones to lose my virginity. But I didn't lose my virginity until like the year and a half later anyway. And I remember when I remember the period of time I was with said person in year 10. A lot of people were asking around that time, "Oh, have you kissed yet? Or have you fucked yet? Or are you?" Do you know what I mean? Especially the man them. I don't know if the girls were asking her, but obviously the man them were asking me. And it was one of them ones where it's like, just like, nah. Like, obviously, in year 10, the same way you said that 14-year-old bro was like, "Oh yeah, I smashed my girl over the weekend." Like, where are you smashing? I'm not bringing home my girlfriend in year 10 to my yard, cuz. I'm not. I'm just not.
Doesn't work.
I've got no other. Where am I going to smash? Because I'm not losing my virginity in a park. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We need to be comfortable.
We
need some form of romance.
Yeah, bro.
Do you know what I mean? We need satin.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know how them man did it.
Bro, I don't know how them man did it. I don't know how that. I remember my one of my boys. He had such a good relationship with his mum.
Okay.
Like him, his brother, and their mum were just like a trio. Like they were boys. They spoke about anything. And I remember being so jealous that like he basically came forward to his mum and just basically said to his mum what he would say to me in that like, I'm trying to lose my virginity today. Like I need it done. I need this out my head. And I need not like he needs his mum to help him. Like he could get pum, but like he needs his mum to be able to allow him. Don't cock block me.
Yeah, just facilitate
the thing. Because I need to knock this one out.
Yeah.
So fam, she facilitated the thing, fam. He found a ting. I remember he was talking to a ting that was a year younger. So he must have been 15. I want to say he was 15, maybe 16. Ting, he was, 16. Ting was 15, I remember. She, young, it was young. I remember she was piff. She didn't go to our school. She just lived in the area that he lived in.
Yeah.
He clocked her one time.
Yeah.
After a little while of talking, sussed that she was like keen. Not keen, but like either she wasn't a virgin or like he just knew he could pattern this. So after just like a week of talking, he was like, bang, this is the year I'm going to do my virginity. Like he was at that point where he was targeting yats just so he could lose his virginity. I wasn't there yet.
Damn.
I was not there, fam. And he randomly told me one time, he was like, cool, she's coming over tonight. I've told my mum she's coming over. My mum's going to head out for the evening. I'm going to bring her back. I'm going to smash. And he actually did as well. Fam?
Fair play.
He actually did. And he knocked that one out and was just like, I can breathe again. Now. I can get back to football. Like, he just needed that one out of his head.
Yeah.
It was mad.
Fair play. Okay.
That was not how it went down for me, boy.
I'm trying to remember what mine was. Have you spoken about it on it?
You said about your dorms, right?
Yeah.
She came down and sucked you off or something. That's mad to me. I remember the girl who I did end up losing my virginity to. So I took her out on a date. Went to cinema to, God knows what we watched. But we went to cinema and we went back to mine after. My mum was out. Went back to mine after just to chill. Off the bat, as soon as we got in my room, she's lipsing me and whipped my tool out. And she's bashing me off. And I was thinking, I'm going to smash now. I'm about to smash now.
Yeah.
I was so gassed. Because I was thinking, she's wasting no time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
This is our first lips and she's wrenching my tool out.
Oh, wow.
Like, this is it.
Oh, I'll be petrified.
I was
would
scared.
be petrified.
I was scared. I was horny, man. I was horny.
The horniness outweighed the fear.
I was too horny to care about being scared.
Yeah.
And she rushed into it so quickly, it kind of got me past the fear bit.
Yeah, because she's gagging for it.
If she said like, if she'd said something like, just like fuck me or something like that, that would have scared me. But because she just got straight into the action, I was not scared. I was thinking, we're banging now. That's certified. We're banging now. And I'm gassed for it. Fam. But turns out that's all she wanted to do. Was just lips and bash me off. And we did not smash for ages. Months, fam. All it was bashing and stinks for months. Months until we smashed. I was livid about it. I thought it was going to be on day one. I was deceived.
Were you seeing her or was it just a thing?
Seeing. Well, yes. Took months, fam. I was seeing her like consistently. Like, by the time we smashed, she was my girlfriend. She'd met my mum, everything.
Oh, wow.
It was long. But obviously, I didn't do that just so I could smash her.
Yeah, I know.
I was happy to be her boyfriend and stuff, but my hopes were so high. My hopes were so high. Thinking this is
I hate
it.
hand jobs.
I know you do. You know what's weird? I think you hate hand jobs so much because you're circumcised.
I don't know.
We'll never know. Unless you meet someone who's had a circumcision as an adult and says, cool, this is what it's like pre-circumcision and this is what it's like post-circumcision. Like, I don't know, it would, because I remember there was a guy that used to hang around, kind of like a friend of a friend. He used to he was in the group of friends that kind of, we hung out with one of that group of friends. Okay. So we kind of knew him via that, if that makes sense.
Okay, yeah.
So, his nickname was Snippy because he was circumcised.
How is man getting a nickname for having a circumcised piece? Nothing he had control over. It's not like man got a bad trim.
Son, his name was Snippy.
Snippy.
I forgot. Sometimes, when I tell these stories, there's something about this environment that sets my mind off into different lengths.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Because I haven't thought about this guy since I was a kid. His nickname was Snippy. And I remember asking, like, why is your nickname Snippy?
Yeah.
And he was like, it's because I'm circumcised, isn't it? And I was like, oh, swear, okay. And I remember, first of all, I remember one of the third, because I think this is when I just got into bashing. I just got into wanking, fam. And I remember thinking, ooh, how do you wank?
Yeah.
That must hurt. That must hurt. Because I'm not drawing for cream every time. That's long. And I specifically remember thinking, unless you're using cream, that's friction, fam. And then I remember, obviously, I don't talk to guys like that, just finding out if they're snipped or not. And I specifically remember you telling me a decade later, like, just like you just said, like, oh, I hate hand jobs.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, how can you hate hand jobs? I'm grateful for any yet to touch my tool, fam. What do you mean you hate them?
Yeah.
I'm grateful.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, and then obviously I knew you were Muslim, so I was like, oh, he's rago circumcised. Maybe that's why he hates it, because it just hurts.
I mean, yes and no. Like, I hate hand jobs as a standalone foreplay act.
Yes.
If I'm getting head whilst I'm getting stroked, those are two completely different sensations.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Those are two completely different sensations. If I was in your shoes when you said you've come home from a little thing with your girl, she's lipsing man off and just knocking me out, she has to leave the yard. She has to leave the yard.
Nah, I was here for it.
She could have just tugged. Obviously, back then, I don't know. I probably would have been there for it. But knowing what I know now.
Oh, yeah, now that wouldn't bang. Now that wouldn't bang.
Not even now, obviously, because no yak could just come to my yard, lips me, tug me off and leave.
Nah, get on your knees or get on your back. Get on your knees or get on your back. I don't know what this is, but it doesn't end here. I'm telling you that now.
Get on your knees or get on your fucking back.
Oh, God. I don't know what you're starting from, but this is not
how it's
be
gonna
or
end.
end all. This is not how it ends.
So maybe like probably, how old am I now? 29. So let's say if I was 20 years old, and some yak just tried to bash me off. Obviously, I'd had sex then. So I'll be like, no, you have to do something about this. So yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just a weird, also, because obviously the sensitive part is the helmet. So if she's just bashing off my actual shaft, it literally does nothing for me. Literally does nothing for me. Obviously, yes, I can feel your hand on it, blah, 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 but it doesn't do anything. There's no nerves or anything. It's just nothing. But obviously, if it's a simultaneous sloppy top with the strokey, that's different. So girls that are listening and be like, oh, how can you not like hand jobs? Just a standalone hand job is trash.
Fair play, G.
It's absolute trash, but
Fair play.
I love the dual action.
Who doesn't? Who doesn't? That's wonderful.
It is.
Fair play, G. Should we do Am I the Arsehole?
Let's. I've got a long one.
Yeah. Oh, let me settle into this one.
I got one. Right, where is she? Cool. Am I the arsehole? My boyfriend made me insecure about some girls on Insta. In parentheses / brackets, she says, I'm never normally insecure. I don't care about likes and shit. Gang, I love that. We had problems with a specific girl because of a past. This led to him showing me chats. This, I'm going to say that. That alone
We're going to come back to that.
We're going to come back to that.
Yeah, that's first on my list.
This led to him showing me chats with girls and him baiting himself out as there were nudes and inappropriate messages on there. Am I the arsehole for telling him am I the arsehole for telling him I forgive him but still being off with him a month later because I want to be over it, but I'm not. And I'm thinking, is it me that's the issue with being so chilled and relaxed with him in the first place? He looks at me as one of the lads, as do his friends and my psycho girl mates tell me that's why he thinks he can get away with shit because he does stuff behind my back. But he's never understood that her girls are like nutty or whatever. I've been in 3 serious relationships, and this has happened every time. He's never been in one. I'm the first serious relationship. From both your point of views as people I relate to, please help me out. Your podcast is sick, by the way, gang. Cool. So summary: she's got a gal. She's got a man who's made her insecure. He's fucked up. So hence the reason why he's showing her his phone. She's seen a couple nudes here and there. She's forgiven him, but she's still mad at him. So she brought it up months later. Her girlfriends are saying that you've kind of aided and abetted this because you were so chilled and so laxed in the first place, whereas he has no clue what's going on. is she the arsehole for bringing it up again a month later after saying she forgives him?
Cool. So for me, firstly, let's get into this. She viewed the chats. Listen, like, as far as I'm aware, no, and I'm not just blaming her for this. I'm especially blaming him. But like, if I offer in the heat of an argument, if we're beefing about, like you said, issues with a previous girl or stuff like that, I'm assuming it got to the point where either she said, "Show me the chat and prove it," or he said, "I'll show you the chat and prove it." Big man, even if I say to you, "I'll show you the chat and prove it," for the sake of our relationship, please say no. Because it's never, ever going to solve anything. He's a dumbass for keeping it on his phone. He kept nudes on his phone and he let his girl see his phone. What kind of rookie, like, what kind of chat is that?
Yeah.
What is that? What is that? But yeah, never, ever, 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 under any circumstances, I don't care if they give you the phone with the passcode, do not look.
Yeah.
For the sake of your own relationship, unless you want to break up there and then.
There and then, yeah.
Do not
Don't
look.
look, yeah.
Because it doesn't matter what you see. It doesn't matter if it seems legit, because if you open a conversation and it's with a girl, especially now that on WhatsApp you can just delete what you want to delete.
Yeah.
Like, if he says, "Oh, here's a conversation with this girl, have a look." If you look on there and it's either option A, which is what's happened to her, there's nudes galore on there, there's filthy chat on there, and he's just hotted himself up. That's option A, which is obviously bad. Option B is it seems like a perfectly polite, nice conversation, and you will automatically think there's something else to it.
Yeah.
Either he's deleted messages or this is some kind of hidden code because she knows he's got a girl. Something, your paranoia is not going to let it go because you already said they were paranoid about this girl from the first place. Or there's an issue with this girl in the first place. So just don't look at the phone ever. And dudes, bro, if you're talking smack to another girl, receiving news, just for God's sake, delete your conversations. Delete your conversations if you're having them. Like, I'm not condoning them, but if I can't stop you doing what you're doing. And if you're going to do it and you want to stay in this relationship that you're in, just delete. It's laziness now.
Yeah.
Now you're being lazy. And this is the
laziness and disrespectful.
This is what we've said before.
Yeah.
I don't condone cheating, but if you're going to do it, you best do it right.
Yeah.
If you're going to do it and you love your girl and you want to stay in this relationship, like, cover your tracks.
Yeah.
She should never even be suspicious of it.
In the first place.
In the first place. So if you're at here and you've still got nudes on your phone, then this isn't a relationship you want to be in.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you don't even have enough respect for your girl to delete your messages. So I don't even think it's a case of, I know she said like, oh, her girls are saying, oh, he treats you like one of the lads and his friends treat you like one of the lads. First of all, if you're in any kind of good relationship, your boyfriend's friends treating you like one of the lads is a good thing.
Oh, rags.
I would never treat any of my friends' girlfriends any other way.
Rags.
That's a good thing, as far as I'm concerned. But, and your boyfriend treating you like one of the lads isn't a bad thing either. But don't listen to your girls and say, oh, that's why he thinks he can do what he wants. That has nothing to do with it. He thinks he can do what he wants because he just doesn't care.
Because he does what he wants.
He does what he wants, yeah. He thinks he can do what he wants because he can. Because he does it. And he clearly doesn't care about the consequences. So what I'm saying is, Rags, like, in my opinion, in the question of are you the asshole? Yes, you are. Because you've said you've forgiven him, and it's a month later, and you clearly haven't. Saying you forgive someone and actually forgiving someone are two completely different things. Of course. So if you haven't forgiven him, you need to be honest with yourself and honest with him and say, bro, I haven't forgiven you, bro. And you guys need to take whatever steps you need to take from here to either break up or find a way that you can forgive him or whatever, if you still want to be there. But my personal opinion in the actual matter as it is, your girls can shut up, they don't know what they're on about. That's a fact. Your girls can shut up, they don't know what they're on about. That doesn't. None of what they said makes sense. Yeah. But what I will say is your man doesn't respect you.
That's a fact. He doesn't respect you, and yes, I agree as well. You are the arsehole for saying you forgive him, but not forgiving him a month later, or like your actions proving that you don't forgive him. Which isn't. Yes, it's an arsehole thing because you just asked, "Am I the arsehole?" But it's also not the most unexpected result. Do you know what I mean? Like if that happened in my relationship, if I was seeing someone in my relationship and I've got news on my phone and I got questioned about it and I lied or something or tried to hide it or whatever, and she told me she'd forgive me, but it's done.
Bro,
It's
that's
done.
the thing
It's
as well.
done.
Like, I expect the relationship to be
be
done
done,
from now.
yeah,
As soon as
yeah.
I've shown you the phone
Yeah.
and it's still got nudes from the girl that we have issues about, the thing is done.
It must be. Because I am now not necessarily on edge, but like it's more of a case of I don't know. It's weird. I'll be moving weird around her. Do you know what I mean? It will just be weird. It's hard to explain, but I just know the feeling.
There's certain...
Unless he's sorry to come up. Unless he's just acting so blasé, he just doesn't care that his girl's seeing the nudes.
Yeah.
He's just cracking on.
It's just like, where do we go from here?
Yeah, exactly that.
You've just clocked.
Exactly. That's the feeling I will have.
Yeah, you have paranoia about this girl that I have history with or whatever. Your paranoia is solidified by you looking in my WhatsApp and seeing nudes
Of said girl.
even if it isn't from said girl, because I don't know if she specified if it was that girl. But anyway, even if it was or if it wasn't, you're paranoid about me talking to another girl. You've gone on my phone. You've seen naked bitches on my phone, naked bitches and sexy chat. Where do we go from here?
Where do we go from it? It's done now.
And that's the thing, is like, you are the asshole for saying, "Oh, I forgive you," and then a month later you clearly haven't. But just, you're not the asshole for not forgiving him, because where do we go from here? I'm a liar.
Yeah.
I'm a liar and a cheat.
Yeah.
I don't expect you to forgive me.
Yeah.
I'm a liar and a cheat.
I also feel like it boils down to, for women anyway, not necessarily for women, it could be for anyone, like, because if the roles were reversed and she got clocked with a phone with a naked guy or whatever, like a dick pic or whatever, I feel like it's a case of the reason why she might be asking this is because she doesn't want to leave him.
Of course she doesn't want to leave him. Of course she doesn't want to
But
leave
I feel
him.
like she's looking for reasons to, not necessarily to stay, but to justify why she should stay.
Yeah, of course.
Because it's sticky, because at the end of the day, you said you've been in 3 serious relationships. This is his first one. So in my assumption, this is just my assumption.
That was such an irrelevant statement as well, by the way.
What?
But go on. No, what she said.
Oh, the 3 and the 1?
Yeah, like it sounds like she's justifying his actions by the fact that he's never been in a serious relationship. Like, oh, he just needs to learn how to act in a serious relationship. He's a grown man. He's a grown man. I knew how to act in a serious relationship when I was 11. Yeah. You don't need practice at this. You don't need to learn these things. You know them. You know right from wrong. It doesn't matter if it's his first serious relationship.
But maybe maybe my assumption is like, maybe they're in deep. Obviously, her third relationship.
They're definitely in deep.
His first, they probably live together. I'm just going to throw it out there.
You throw it out there,
They probably live together. Or like, he's around hers or she's around his a lot of the time.
Yeah.
So it's one of them ones where I feel like maybe they've got similar circles as well. So it's going to be harder to break up. So they're
That's
looking
the thing. She's looking for reasons to stay or categorical reasons to leave.
Yeah.
And what she thinks are categorical reasons to leave clearly aren't. And I don't know, man. She needs to leave him. Like, she just has to leave him.
As harsh as it sounds, I think you do, because
where do we go from here?
That's it.
Where's the end game?
Where
you're not gonna like. You haven't forgiven this guy. It's not a small thing for you, clearly, and it's like, I don't know, bro. Like, it just changes. There's certain actions people take that just change your perception of them.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, yeah, 100%, 100%.
Like, I love you with all of my being, but if you like stole something from my mum's yard, I can forgive you, but I'm never going to see you the same.
We're
never going to go back to normal.
Yeah, it's something you can never forget.
Yeah, exactly. We're never ever going to go back to normal, and I'll still be your friend forever. But there's
weird.
something, I see you different now, and I can't unsee it.
Because when you said that, I laughed. I was thinking, I'm never going to do that, by the way. Just throw it out there.
I don't know how that came to my head, but like, it's just something. I was just like, all right, cool. Well, I just see you as a different person now.
I think the best thing for you to do, because this is obviously still in your mind, so you actually need to sit your boy down and be like, literally ask him, where do we go from here? Because this is obviously still on your mind. I feel like you need to be honest with him and not go up to him and be like, I want to end this, blah, blah, blah. Just literally ask him, where do we go from here? Because this is on my mind. Speak your feelings and let him speak his feelings, and then just go from there. Because that's
your thing. You know what they need to do is your thing.
What's my thing?
Just be two people who aren't in a relationship together.
Okay, so You need to separate emotion from logic. I would say. Let's use the word logic. So if you're having a conversation with your partner, you need to remove all emotion and just think logically and just have a conversation logically. Like if you're imagine yourself giving your friends advice. That's the kind of conversation you need to have with your boyfriend. And that's the best way to actually think and act in those kind of situations.
And it's the only way you can understand each other's perspective, because you're not wasting time trying to defend yourself.
Exactly.
Because when you're in an argument with someone, you hear what they say, but you're not really taking it in, because all your brain is doing is, how can I defend myself? Especially if you're being accused of
shit. You're just trying to retaliate.
You're just trying. It's just ping pong.
Yeah.
Like you ain't got time to be respecting next man's moves.
Yeah.
Because you're just like, I need to stay alive. I need to retaliate.
Yeah.
But if you disassociate yourselves and just see it from the perspective, all right, cool, you're just a guy and I'm just a girl. Like in this scenario, if it were two other people, like just ask him, like, bro, like big man thing, I won't be offended and stuff like that. Like I've removed all emotion. There's no consequences here. Like I know you think you want to be in this relationship with me, but your actions are saying else otherwise. Like, do you actually want to be in this relationship with me? Because now's the time to tell me, and I won't take it to heart. If you just say, hey, bro, I'm in my 20s or maybe it's 30s or whatever. I'm in my 20s. And I feel like I'm in a position where I just want to fuck. And I know we're in a serious relationship, but there's another part of me that just thinks I'm young, I'm attracted to other women, and I want to experiment, or I want to experience other women.
Yeah.
Like those are the only situations that you'll ever find that. And you actually might be able to see his side clearly without taking it personally and be like, cool, this isn't about me.
Yeah.
This doesn't.
It's never about you.
Yeah, it's actually not going to be about you because he's with you.
Yeah.
If you were a piece of shit, he wouldn't be with you anyway. But it's just like, maybe just sit down and just be like, hey man, like, what do you want? Like, do you want to bang other girls? And this isn't your girlfriend asking you this. This is like your friend now. Like I'm one of the lads. Do you want to be out here slinging dick for a year? Do you want us to take a year apart so you can do your thing? Is that what you actually want? And you actually might find out some home truths. And allowing him to be in that position might actually allow him to have another thought and think, you know what? I know I'm acting like I do, but now that I think about it, I actually don't.
Yeah.
It's an ego thing for me.
Yeah.
I don't want to sleep with anyone else.
Yeah.
It's an ego thing for me.
Yeah.
I've got an inferiority complex, and it just does something nice for my ego when I know a girl that's attracted to me. It's nice. So some guys like to know that someone who isn't their girlfriend is actually attracted to them.
Of course.
Because guys know that their girlfriend kind of has to be attracted to them. It's kind of their job. So sometimes it's just nice to know that someone else finds you attractive as well. And maybe that's his thing.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like, oh, hey, I don't know, man. Maybe when I get a nude from this girl, I'm just like, rah, it makes me feel good about myself. And I have no intentions of doing anything with this
because
girl.
he might not have fucked her. He might not even seen her. Like
he might have no intention of doing any of these things. But unless you have this open plan conversation, you will never, ever find out.
Yeah,
and at the end of it, that actually might be the only way you could ever forgive him.
You probably still won't forget it, but you will probably forgive him after that. So you need to separate logic from emotion, and have one of those sit down conversations and whatever, and just go from there. Because that is probably the best advice.
Gang, that was a good one, bro.
That was probably the best advice.
You did well there, man. That was good. I like that on myself. Right, let's wrap it up, man.
That's fine. All right, see you guys soon.